And I acknowledge that there is a certain presumptuousness about this. But I got a letter from a friend of some of yours named Reverend Otis Moss Jr. in Cleveland, and his son, Otis Moss III, is the pastor at my church, and I must send greetings from Dr. Jeremiah A. Wright Jr., but I got a letter giving me encouragement and saying how proud he was that I had announced and encouraging me to stay true to my ideals and my values and not to be fearful. Vocabularies and synonyms. Presumptuousness, n. Showing little respect for others by doing things you have no right to do. Proud, adj, self-important, appreciative, honored, noble. Fearful, adj, horrifying, frightened, nervous, scared. And he said, if there's some folks out there who are questioning whether or not you should run, just tell them to look at the story of Joshua because you're part of the Joshua generation. So I just want to talk a little about Moses and Aaron and Joshua, because we are in the presence today of a lot of Moseses. We're in the presence today of giants whose shoulders we stand on, people who battled, not just on behalf of African Americans, but on behalf of all of America, that battled for America's soul, that shed blood, that endured taunts and torment and in some cases gave torment and in some cases gave the full measure of their devotion. Vocabularies and synonyms. Endure, v. Bear hardship, encounter, experience, undergo. Taunt, n/v. Provocation, teasing, provoke, reproach, tease. Formant, v. In a sound spectrum, that have a greater intensity. Torment, n/v. Severe mental distress, be or make very upset. Like Moses, they challenged Pharaoh, the princes, powers who said that some are atop and others are at the bottom, and that's how it's always going to be. There were people like Anna Cooper and Marie Foster and Jimmy Lee Jackson and Maurice Ouellette, C.T. Vivian, Reverend Lowry, John Lewis, who said we can imagine something different and we know there is something out there for us, too. Thank God, He's made us in His image and we reject the notion that we will for the rest of our lives be confined to a station of inferiority, that we can't aspire to the highest of heights, that our talents can't be expressed to their fullest. Vocabularies and synonyms. Atop, adverb, upon, over, above. Confine, verb, enclose, limit, constrain, cage, circumscribe. Inferiority, noun, deficiency, inadequacy, weakness. And so because of what they endured, because of what they marched, they led a people out of bondage. They took them across the sea that folks thought could not be parted. They wandered through a desert, but always knowing that God was with them and that, if they maintained that trust in God, that they would be all right. And it's because they marched that the next generation hasn't been bloodied so much. Vocabularies and synonyms. Bondage, n. Slavery, enslavement, subjugation, servitude. Wander, v. Move about aimlessly, digress, get lost, meander, roam. Maintain, v. Keep, preserve, protect, uphold, sustain, bloody, adj, bleeding, bloodstained, blood-soaked, hard-fought.